What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the BallGame podcast. I am the innocent bystander, Matt Sullivan.
I'm Trunks.
I'm Dean.
I'm Ortiz.
I'm Chris.
Yo, Ortiz, I just want to say you did a phenomenal job when I was out introing the podcast.
Yo, thanks.
Just wanted
Thanks.
to start
Appreciate
that.
Well, then you
I didn't
did
get a
your own
chance.
kind of like
I
spin
tried
on
to
it,
troll
and it
him,
was
and it
even
was
worse.
terrible.
It was,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was so
worse than
bad.
what Ortiz
It
did.
was so bad.
I tried to troll
I-
him, and it just went so much worse. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
bad. It was
What
bad.
you say?
I literally did what you did. I did the whatever the fuck you did. I forgot.
But it like wasn't funny.
It wasn't
funny
funny
at
at
all.
all.
Wait,
No.
this
What
is
up,
the
DJ?
BallGame podcast.
This isn't how we do things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good one, brother.
it didn't
Good
work
one.
out. It didn't work out. But welcome back, Ortiz.
Thanks.
Happy to have
Yeah,
you.
we
Yeah,
finally
yo,
have everyone back here.
I
Welcome back,
missed,
Dean.
bro,
Been a while.
last episode I missed aliens and conspiracies.
Oh, yeah,
I
welcome
missed
back.
aliens and
What the fuck?
conspiracies.
Welcome
Yo,
back.
and that
That's the only thing I
podcast,
want to talk about on the
That
podcast.
podcast-
Aliens and
Seriously, it
conspiracies.
did really well,
it
right?
did well on the views too. It's something
Yeah.
about the 3-man weaves, bro.
Sorry, guys. I don't mean to bring us down or whatever.
Nah, it's
Go
all right.
Garden again.
It just is something about that was a great. My favorite 2 episodes we've ever done on the pod were the one with
two
us
30-man
3, and then the
leads,
3-man weave we just did last
Oh,
time.
so
Yeah.
every pod but with me. So when I'm missing, it's
If
when
we
it's the
do a
best.
3-man weave, I'm sure it'll be
I'm
up
sure
there
it'll be
too.
up
It's
there,
something
yeah.
about the 3-mans, bro.
I don't know. It's just it was a lot of fun. And then we somehow got onto the whole alien and shit discussion, which was a lot of fun, honestly, having that with Chris LeBron too. But but yeah. Anyways, we are a basketball podcast, and a
Soon
lot of
football
basketball.
too.
Yes, and
Soon
very
to be a
much
football podcast.
I'm excited
go
for
back
football.
to being a
Yeah, I'm
football
excited for football, man.
Me too, bro. It's
Like,
gonna be so fun.
this
to watch
season, I feel like last NBA season going into the season was super hyped. Like it was going to be the best NBA, and it's kind of lived up to what it's
The
been
NBA,
hyped
yeah,
up to
for
be.
sure.
I feel like the NFL is going in the same direction.
I
I think
Everybody's hyped
both
about it.
sports have been going in that direction
Yeah.
where there's been so much there's so many good teams in both
Yeah.
sports, and it's
So
just
much
like there's
talent,
no clear like
much player
favorite.
movement.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree. I think
That's
the
what-
Giants are gonna win the Super Bowl next year. So
Who's
The
that?
who?
Giants.
Oh,
I mean, it's football. Anything could fucking
Yeah, that's
happen.
what I'm saying.
Anything is
fins
possible.
up.
But yeah, Dean,
Boo.
you are back, and we do like to do a segment called
This is ball game bets. I
You-
forgot what
you
it was called. The first thought that came to my head was Apuestas de ball game. I can't get it out of my head. I can't stop.
You should have just said it.
I'm addicted to the Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I gotta log back into my ball game.
a lot of basketball.
All right. So
A lot of
actually-
basketball.
Actually, there's
Honestly,
basketball.
not
There's
that
not a lot
much.
of basketball
Really
at all,
isn't.
actually. Bro, there's
There's just a lot
two
to talk
days
about
we had
about
none,
this stuff.
Bro,
and I was lost.
Work was
on what
such
to
a
do.
drag yesterday with no basketball on because
I was-
Monday nights are dead. So normally like 7:30 the games come on. So I just sit at the host stand and watch the games. I was just sitting there like this for hours.
I got out of work
Just
early
staring.
at 7:30. I'm like, damn, the game's on tonight. I'm gonna get some sushi. I got sushi. Got home 8:30. I put on the TV. I'm like, where's the game? I checked the thing. It says Tuesday. I go,
no game.
Yeah.
fuck.
It,
I
bro,
felt I was very upset.
It was weird.
honestly weird. It was very weird.
because
not
I
having
got
basketball.
home from softball around 7:32, and I was like, wow,
Nice, man. Are you
I-
nice?
How'd you hit?
oh, I'm
Yeah.
sick. No,
Are
I'm
you-
not. No.
no.
Did you get a hit?
He goes, nah, I'm
I-
not.
We just go out there and hit. There's only like 5 of us that go. We just go out there and just hit and just
it's
feel.
not a league.
No, it's
I
not
thought
a
you were
league.
in a league.
No, we're
Just vibes.
just vibes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was stuck watching Monday Night Raw at 8 o'clock.
I was watching
rather than
Monday Night Raw,
recording
too.
it and skipping the
Yep.
commercials.
Yep, me too. Me too.
I was
Drunk.
upset.
That's so
I
Who won
in the
Raw?
meantime, I whittled the
Who
baseball.
won Raw. You
Last
don't
night.
win Raw.
Last night, last night, or whatever,
I
whatever it was,
I cut open
Uh,
whatever the
baseball.
match was.
Well, there were a lot of matches.
Okay, I'm just asking.
I actually didn't even watch the main event yet. I stopped it because I got bored.
Forgot what was the main event.
Me
All
too.
right.
Yeah.
I forgot
Guess
what
it wasn't that good.
Oh, it was the Judgment Day tag team match, I think.
Of
course,
Yeah.
bro.
Got it.
Yeah,
Not every
All right,
not every
Dean, tell us
episode
your
could
ball
be a
game
banger.
bet because
So for this week-
Osweezy's in here and he wants us to get negative, and
What
I'm
up,
ready.
Sleazy?
I'm ready
I
to get
have,
negative
Well, I'm
also.
ready to get
I have
very
Michael
negative.
Porter to drop 15, Michael Porter to hit a 3, LeBron James to drop 20, and Jamal Murray to drop 25. The most perfectly rated player in the league.
Mhm, if you
Wow.
say so.
Well, I have LeBron to go over 20.5 points, Anthony Davis to go over 18.5 points, D'Angelo Russell to go over 12.5 points, and Anthony Davis to go over 10.5 rebounds.
I have LeBron James over 7.5 rebounds. I have Jamal Murray over 20.5 points. I have LeBron James over 20.5 points. And I have Nikola Jokic over 24.5.
I have LeBron over 5.5 assists, LeBron to record 1 block, Anthony Davis to record 1 block, and Schroeder over 10.5.
You want to tell them your odds?
Yes, it's plus 522.
So why?
I mean, it's only like that for the Schroeder 10 plus points because it's plus money.
So why didn't you do like Schroeder
Because I think Schroeder.
8 points.
'Cause I think Schroeder 10 points is free.
No, but you could.
Okay.
I think it's free
You
cheap.
could just have
6.5.
a better chance without changing how you feel about it.
You could all
Could have done alternate.
You could still feel like he's
I
dropping
mean-
10, but like bet less.
Well, it's too late
Know what I'm
now.
saying?
Yeah,
It's
too late.
locked in.
Yeah.
It is locked in.
I've
I want
Jokic-
to win now.
Yeah, I have Jokic 25 plus, AD 25 plus. I expect them to, really go at it. KCP, our guy, 1 plus made 3, and Jokic to get 8 plus boards.
Solid.
There it is.
It's really just about the 25 plus for those two guys. I think the 8 boards and the 1-3 is.
So I think I could open by saying this. Jokic is the best big man in the NBA, and it's fucking undisputed, and it shouldn't even be a question anymore.
Mitchell Robinson's
Point
pretty
blank.
Yeah, I
Period.
mean, I feel like I've been said this. I feel like I've said that Mr. Joel has been, not a horny star.
You did say
He's
it.
a horny star.
You know
But then I
what's funny?
did flip. I said he was.
This man Dean really did say it, and we all got mad at him.
I feel like
No,
that's what
it's
usually
still
happens.
stupid.
Usually,
It's
I
still
get
I wish
mad
not-
at-
No,
Still
it's
stupid.
it was
I
definitely,
just-
it was
I
definitely
don't have-
dumb when he said it.
I
I've
don't have the
been-
basketball
still is.
verbiage to explain myself.
Yo.
like this.
Verbiage.
I've been thinking about it ever since they lost, and for your sake, I just wish you had said, I'm not saying that until he makes a conference finals instead of the
Yeah.
MVP thing. I wish
Yeah.
we could have come back and said, you know what, Dean was 100% right, because I fucking agree. Fuck Joel Embiid, respectfully.
I still think he's a horny
Respect
star.
him.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Sweezy's right in the chat. He's a playoff dropper, bro.
Yeah, but he's still a horny star.
No, but how does that? Okay, so
But
my thing is,
yeah.
a horny star raises their game in the playoffs, in my opinion. That's what you
Bro, he
need
just
to
won the
do.
MVP
So here's the
average
thing.
What the
like
fuck do you?
30-some
Okay,
points.
he won the MVP, but what does the MVP mean? I don't give a fuck about an MVP. When
Okay.
I'm an owner, when I'm a fan, when I'm anything like that, sure, cool. You won an MVP.
That's
Congratulations.
fine, but there's other
Go
horny stars
win
that
me a
haven't won yet either.
fucking title.
An MVP is a personal award.
Go
It's not
make
team
a
award.
conference
It's not-
finals.
But I'm saying just player wise, he's just a horny star.
Step
That's
up your game in the
Okay.
playoffs.
But I do
That's
feel
all.
like horny stars. I feel like every other one of those players could be the number one and carry their team and make everybody else around them better
I agree.
in a playoff scenario.
I think he can.
I
He
feel
just
like-
hasn't.
I
He
think
was
but how long are
really
you
bad.
gonna
Or
give
at
them?
least elevate their own game to
Right.
another
let
level.
me chime in. I think me personally, since we started doing the podcast, I feel like I've been very more lenient towards these players. I think I've given people the benefit of the doubt, and I've wanted to just enjoy the basketball.
Enjoy basketball.
Shout out Kenny.
And right, but fuck that. I was always a picky basketball fan, and nothing. I don't know why. Me personally, this past year, I put a lot of stock into the regular season, but fuck all that. Like fuck the regular
Agreed.
season. I'm not like. I don't know why I flipped as a basketball fan, but until you show me in the playoffs, I'm not fucking rating you highly.
Also, one thing that needs to be said is Jokic is having a historic playoff run. Nonetheless.
Like Joel Embiid, I always like not to like take a victory lap or anything, but like I felt the same way about Jokic, and that's something I could potentially be wrong about. But the two of them, I always thought they never really did that much to me in the playoffs. They had to show me, and Jokic is definitely doing it. He's shutting up. Jokic is quieting any critique there was to have about him,
Yeah.
and I agree with you. Like I was wrong to even have a critique about him in the first place. Honestly, he's that good of a player. Like I don't.
He's doing everything
Yeah.
on the court.
I still don't know if I'd put him number one in the league
That's
right now.
fair.
Like
Yeah.
I still think Giannis and Steph both
I-
have really good arguments, but he's right. Like
I
those are
have
the
him
three
as my
guys.
one, yes.
I'm not mad at anyone who does have him as their one. But Joel Embiid, is he even top 5?
No,
Bro.
no.
Bro,
I don't know if I ever had a
he's
top 5.
he's won like
I don't
I'm
even
pretty
think
sure-
he's top 8.
I'm pretty sure he's won 5
Uh,
playoff series in his career, and I wish I
No,
screenshotted
the
it.
average number of wins.
Wins
is
and-
43 wins
Right.
for the teams that he has beat.
Someone posted it with that and their starting lineups, and so I mean it was the Nets twice, the bad Nets.
the bad Heat team 4 or 5 years ago. They had the bad Nets. Yes, they had the Toronto Raptors last year, who had the most wins out of any team at 48. And that was a fraudulent team, and we knew that.
So all their playoffs. So anytime they face
been
a legit
heavily
team,
favored.
they haven't.
They have not
They
won the
haven't
series.
performed.
They have not won the series. No.
And when
it's
the
just
best
like-
player in the team is Joel Embiid, it's like, okay, well, the problem seems to be, common in all these scenarios.
Bro, people like to give him the benefit of the doubt because he does get injured in the playoffs, but also when we have to evaluate you when you're out there, and he's been statistically a playoff dropper. Like the playoffs is a different game, just like DJ Deadpool says in the chat right now. He can't handle a double team.
Nope.
and you're gonna see double teams in the playoffs.
Yep.
That's why the first playoff game was them versus the Nets. The first thing, the Nets started out that game playing well. I said in the chat, the Nets have the perfect game plan. Just double his ass every time. Make those other guys beat you because he's not going to get going if you double him. Like, especially if you have the personnel like Boston has. Al Horford is known to be the Joel Embiid stopper. So you have Al Horford out there and you're throwing doubles at him and he just can't handle it.
Yep. Completely agree. And another thing that needs to be said is the injuries need to go into this too. Like I hate to say it, in a way, the injuries definitely need to go into this because he's never healthy when it matters. And I don't want that out of my superstar player. I don't need that out of my superstar player. It's one thing if it's a guy like, say, for example, Kawhi Leonard. The guy, every time it comes to the playoffs, we look at him and we think, okay, playoff Kawhi. And when he is healthy in the playoffs, it's clear he steps his game the fuck up. Joel Embiid has historically now not done that. And that needs to be spoken about. That needs to be mentioned. Like, obviously, this is why we're having this discourse because he's just not that guy. I think he could be he'd be the best second option on a championship team in the league, the best. And obviously, I still think you could build a championship team around him. But you're going to need someone better than James Harden next to him, too. Because Harden's been fucking choking every time it's in a game that matters.
I don't think it has to be a player better than Harden. It just has to be someone that doesn't choke in the playoffs as well.
I love James Harden. And
yeah, I think they are good enough to
he
win a
was
title,
one guy,
but-
honestly, that.
But he won them 2 games, first of all.
Yeah.
And 40 points in 2 playoff games. It means a lot. Like, by the way, it also shows how overmatched they kind of were in the series. For James Harden having to drop 40+ for you to take 2 games in the series. So, just saying, Joel needs to be a lot better.
I think a guy like Tobias Harris needs to be spoken about. How much you're getting paid and such little output, so streaky, not consistent. His defense isn't all that great.
Honestly, I thought Tobias had a really good season and a really good playoffs
For the
besides
majority of
the game 6.
I just feel like for
He
what
was good in game 7, too.
for his share of the money,
Yeah, I guess
he
for
should be performing more.
it sucks for Tobias Harris. I feel like a lot of people have said this, but like he got paid money he should have never even got
Yes.
paid in the first place.
And then
And
they,
it's
they
like-
picked him over Jimmy too, so it's like a weird situation.
But
It's like it's not all his fault,
though. It's not.
but
It's none of
but
it's
the
his
front
fault.
office has a lot to blame for
Yeah.
his situation.
He's just not that type of player, you know? And they gave him that money to be that type of player.
Right.
It's not his fault. What is he gonna say? No to the money?
And the thing with Harden is
No, I'm not him.
he's one guy I didn't give the benefit of the doubt this season just because I love James Harden. I've always preached for James Harden, but the lights just seem to be too bright for James Harden. It's always been people wanted to prop him up for his regular season. Like, cool, he changed the way he played. He was a great second option in the regular season, but we've seen James Harden be a great first option and choke in the playoffs. Like nothing mattered until he got in the bright lights. And what happened again? He got in the bright lights.
Yep.
He had 2 chances to close them out, one of them at home, and he didn't show up twice.
My thing is, it's weird because Harden actually does have really good playoff numbers overall, but game 7s especially, Harden is terrible.
Yeah.
Like terrible.
Can't close out a series.
Yeah, and look, in the end, I can't blame James Harden nearly as much at least as I could blame Joel Embiid because you're the superstar of the team. You need to put this team on your back if it comes down to it. And someone else did that in this game, and he needs to be spoken about. He had a fucking 50 piece, and that's Jason Tatum. He set the record for most points in a game 7. Obviously, I don't want to move off the Joel Embiid stuff just yet, but Jason Tatum did that. I don't know if I'd consider Jason Tatum a horny star either. I think we need to start narrowing that list down. But he's the closest to it.
He's
I think.
another guy who always shows up in look at his game set. I wish I screenshot. I got to start when I'm scrolling through Twitter and I see cool stats, screenshotting it so I have it for the pod. But Jason Tatum's game 7 numbers are amazing. He's been in, this is what, his 5th conference
in a
finals
lot
in
of
what, his 7th year in the league, 6th year in the league?
He's been in a lot of big
Bro,
playoff games
yeah.
at a young age. At a very young age.
He definitely has his inconsistencies, like 100%. That's definitely something that he needs to work out. But like when it matters, he always shows up.
Even at the end of those games, he showed out, you know? It's not even like he goes 4 games at a time.
And it was even obvious. Like I'm sure we all thought it after he had a stinker for 3 quarters and then scored 16 in the fourth and pushed a game 7 at home. It was obvious he was
We
going to have a
said it
big
in
game.
the last pod. We
Yeah.
said Jason Tatum is going to go off.
Yeah.
Philly fucked themselves.
Yeah.
Philly fucked themselves. We said Al Horford would also have a big game. He didn't. But
Al Horford.
He hit a 3.
he hit 2. He was 2 for 5 from 3.
He was 0
That
for
was all
7
his
in the
points.
last game.
He was.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart, I mean, he didn't have a crazy box score game, but he was impactful as per usual. I mean, Malcolm Brogdon was steady all series, I think. I'd like to say that he was very steady all series.
Osweezy says Tatum's averaging
All
29, 9, and 6 in game 7s. Osweezy, how many game 7s has he played? Let us know.
What you about to say, Ortiz?
I forgot.
Marcus Smart. Shout out to Marcus. We were talking about it
Big shout
before
out
the
to
pod.
Marcus
I put out a tweet last night. Like, if you want to label someone the most underrated player in the NBA, I think that's the guy. Like, we were talking about doing a segment about this. I don't know if we're gonna do it, but
Do it in
just
the
in
future.
terms of being underrated, like Marcus Smart is that guy. He won a depoy last year, and I feel like people act like it didn't even happen.
No one respects.
And you want to talk about a playoff riser, like obviously he's no superstar, but a guy who seems to always elevate their game come postseason is Marcus Smart. He always ups his scoring output while we know what type of defense Marcus Smart's giving you. Sometimes Marcus Smart's going to make some bonehead plays offensively. That's part of the Marcus Smart experience. But when he's hitting shots and he's getting to the basket, Marcus Smart's a damn good player.
I'm just looking at this box score, and this is crazy. Jason Tatum had 51, 13, and 5 and didn't have a single turnover.
Yep.
Not a single turnover in this game.
He was
Also,
damn near perfect.
I mean, it's as close to a perfect basketball game as you're really going to get. Shout out to Jaylen Brown for being as good as he was this series, too, and really not being spoken about. He had 25 tonight, and in the game 7, and it just feels like he's always going for like 27, 28, and it's just nobody says a word about him.
It's just calm.
It's getting to the point where even if he doesn't ask out, like I want to see him somewhere else. I want to see him have his own opportunity with his own team.
I don't
and
want
be
him
the
as
guy.
the number 1 on the team.
I want to see these boys. Honestly, I used to not be a fan of the Celtics,
I
but
love
like
this team.
they're doing it the right way, like that, and they've been one of the more like it's time for them to start winning some titles.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
look at this team, it's mostly guys they drafted top
Like
to bottom.
yeah, the team just keeps getting better and better and deeper every year. So like it's time for them to start winning some championships.
I like this team. I do.
I love this.
They're
the way
doing-
they constructed it.
They're doing
Yeah.
everything right. I think it was cool that Brad Stevens was the coach at pretty much the start of the culture change, and now he's the guy in the front office running things.
He
like
knows the players.
right.
Yeah.
These are the guys that he coached, that he probably wanted to get drafted. Like
if anyone knows how to build a team around these guys, it's the guy who coached them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, Boston they're going to be a problem. I think they will end up in the finals, and I guess we could speak about that a little bit too. Miami Heat beat the Knicks, unfortunately.
oh, Marcus Smart in his last 4 regular seasons, points wise, 12.9, 13.1, 12.1, 11.5. And in the playoffs, 14.5, 17.8, 15.4, 15.8. So
Bad
gone
boy.
up every year.
That I love Marcus Smart, man. I love
too.
Marcus Smart. One of my
Since
favorite
the
players.
Even
Oklahoma
just it was like 3 extra
wanna
points
sh-
for
I want a
Marcus
jersey.
Smart. That means Marcus Smart's hitting one more shot for you.
I can't.
It's one in a
any-
playoff game. Every 3-point shot's huge.
Yeah, it seems like every time it's a big shot, Marcus Smart is going to hit it. Like it's just every
Yeah.
time it's a big shot. Like
Game 5.
he
did.
literally had it, bro,
He
right
did.
there. I mean, he missed
So-
he missed the
one
previous one, but-
regulation.
but
Before we go on to the Knicks, what's next for Philly? Do you
Uh,
bring
yeah,
back
yeah,
Harden?
so-
you do everything you can
I
to
think
bring
they're
back
gonna
Harden?
you
try
have
to.
to.
Yeah, they have to. But
don't
it
think they
depends if
have.
Harden
No,
wants
no,
to.
you do because you have no
do.
means of replacing him.
Yeah.
I think
You
you
have
could.
no means of replacing.
What if you could get Kyrie?
You could do a sign and trade.
I'd rather Harden.
Yeah.
Personally.
You'd rather Harden than Kyrie. I
Isn't
disagree
there,
with
Is
that.
there a world
Uh,
where they get both Harden and Kyrie?
They'd have to free up a lot of money.
Get rid of Tobias Harris.
You trade. Well, yeah,
do
you
that,
have to trade Toby. I
but-
think
So-
that's happening this offseason.
I think
To
that's
who?
gonna happen.
I mean, is Kyrie under contract now? Right?
No.
He's a unrestricted free agent.
Yeah.
He's an unrestricted free agent.
It's interesting.
Maxi's gonna have to get paid at some point. That's my only concern with bringing in both of them.
Yeah.
I think you
definitely think they have
I
to
think
keep
you
Harden.
You keep Harden. You hope Maxey takes another jump. You trade Tobias
But
for what? I
Who's
don't
taking
know.
Doc's gonna get fired.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. He should.
I'm surprised he's still employed at this very moment.
I
Yeah.
agree. I
It
think
sucks.
I think
because
they
He
should
gets
go
the
get-
blame too. All
He
all
gets
his
the
former
blame.
players come out and say he doesn't make adjustments.
does,
He's just a locker room
He's
manager,
just there.
and he's good at managing locker rooms. And he won a championship because he got lucky with a situation.
I do think
got
he's the
blessed.
least to blame, though. Honestly, in this whole situation,
I
he's
mean,
the least to blame.
in this particular game,
I mean,
agree.
out of who?
It's just
I
his
mean,
track
everyone
record
on the
when it comes
Sixers.
to
out
this,
of your
this
out of your
scenario.
MVP, out of your number 2 star not showing up in a game.
Bro,
7.
you could. I don't even.
I mean, obviously Doc Rivers is to blame. I just think he's not taking the
What is
full-
he supposed to
It's-
go on the
No,
court
I-
and make the
I-
shots
I
for them?
agree.
You know,
Yeah,
No,
it's
but-
less about Game 7 for me than it is about Game 6.
Agreed.
You collapsed at home.
Yeah.
That was a chance.
I think
I think everyone knew once they lost in
Oh,
Game
if
6,
I'm
it was
like,
clipped.
not taking
I
the
mean,
brunt
you
of
had
it.
Tatum having his worst game ever, and you still couldn't come out.
Yo,
and close the
you
game on
needed to
top.
be up by 20
needed
in
to be
game 6.
needed to be at home.
Yeah.
Tatum hadn't hit a shot all game, literally.
You needed to be up by 20.
You lost the game.
And
It's
the
just
crazy part
Doc's
is it was a
gotten too
tie
many
game.
chances with
Yeah.
this team.
That game that ended up being a blowout in game 7 was a fucking tie game in the third quarter. It was
Yeah.
It was
55.
and then
it was a
when-
close game.
The Celtics won on what, an 18-0 run?
They went on like a 33-5 run.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
but yeah,
What the
I don't think this is a matter of if the Sixers bring Harden back. I think it's more of if Harden decides to go back.
Yeah,
'Cause
there's
he's rumored
the
to go to
Houston rumors,
Houston,
bro.
to
There's the
Phoenix.
Houston
I
rumors.
feel like Harden's not really the type of guy to be motivated by wanting to go chase a ring. He's gonna go wherever he wants to go,
Yeah.
regardless.
Oh no,
Yo, I
that's why,
think
yeah.
just while we're on the subject, Kyrie to Phoenix is a real thing.
That'd
I
be
could
cool.
see it.
That's what my sources are
I
telling
mean,
me.
why do
and
these
I
three
just,
guys they just want to link up every?
yeah, I
what
just
the
think
fuck?
it's-
Like it ran its course, bro. Like it's not gonna happen. Like
I
They're running
think-
it back
I
for
think
old
that's a
time's sake.
Kyrie thing to do.
It is.
to go
like,
follow KD.
He wants to play with KD. His issues were with the Nets front office and won with KD. He still wants to go and try and win with KD.
Yep.
And I'm sure KD's with it. KD always talks about how when Kyrie's locked in, he's a hooper. Like he's one of the best.
Did you guys talk about
best.
Monty Williams? at all?
No.
No.
No,
So
Monty Williams.
I mean, what do you guys feel about that? I feel like it wasn't
it's
fully
not on Monty.
deserved for him to get fired. Obviously, blowing 2 years in a row, getting blown out.
You got the
home.
breaks beat off
So
you.
I
Not
don't
his fault,
As
though.
Shannon
think
Sharp said.
I don't think it's entirely his fault, but we see that's why it's so weird the Doc Rivers thing, because he's the only guy who's gotten just so many chances with all these teams. But we see a bunch of guys get fired who sometimes it just ran its course. Like it's just time to move on. I feel like it was just time to try something else out.
I agree. I take Monty on the Knicks though. I'll tell you that much.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
So-
he's
so
not
that
a
was
bad
something that-
coach.
So Monty Williams wasn't he? Didn't he play for the Knicks?
I have no idea.
Monty
Williams
I'll
played for
take
the
Monty in a fucking heartbeat though on the Knicks. I'll tell you that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Speaking of the Knicks,
Yeah.
But wait, say if Harden does walk, what would you guys do if you were the Sixers?
Yeah, he did.
Be sad?
I'm not
Yes.
gonna say tear it down
No, I don't.
because you can't.
You still have to
You
it's
can.
still Joel
You
Embiid
still have to go
and
chase.
a up and coming Tyrese Maxey.
But
Yeah.
So it could still be an attractive destination.
Or-
Daryl Morey's made trades before.
I
Like
was
he's
about
not
to say,
scared
do you
make a
look to
trade.
trade Tyrese and pair him with Tobias's contract and try to get someone else next to Joel, like a Damian Lillard, for example?
Dame's not gonna want to
Dame-
be there.
Dame don't want to fucking play with Embiid though.
No.
I
Dame
just-
does not want to fucking play with Embiid.
I
though.
feel like the decline of Damian Lillard, it's like a ticking time bomb. Like what is going to be the year that Damian Lillard finally takes a step back?
I mean, he just had
he's-
arguably the greatest.
No,
season
yeah,
of his
exactly.
I don't.
career.
But-
I think Damian Lillard is just a hooper.
But to
I
go
don't
out
think
and
he's
trade
gonna-
Tyrese Maxey for a guy like him, he's how old? He's 32 and he's a short point guard.
In that situation, I feel like you have to unless you trade Joel Embiid.
Agreed.
Based
It's
off
their
what
windows
you've
now.
seen
I
from
just feel like
Damian
Damian
It's
Lillard's
Lillard,
time
not
for-
the guy.
You could get a
I think-
haul for Embiid though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
interesting.
oh.
They have decisions to make.
Yeah, they
Once again,
would not
the
want to
same
be in
thing every
Philly's
year.
scenario. I would not want to be in Philly's
No.
scenario right now. But yeah, unfortunately, our Knicks lost, and
It's okay.
it was a
Alright.
very successful season.
It was
I can say
W of
that
the
much.
season.
it was the best season we had in 15 years. It was amazing.
And we have our franchise point guard.
We shouldn't have been there. Yeah,
We have our
yes, we
franchise
do have
point
our
guard.
Said this a
franchise
couple
point guard.
episodes ago. This entire year, this playoff run gave us such clarity on
Yes.
what direction the team should go in. in terms of
Been
what players
trying
should
to
be
tell
gone,
everyone, bro.
what needs you have.
What have you been trying to tell everyone?
That Julius Randle just isn't the fucking answer.
I don't think anybody ever sat here and said that he was
Bro,
the
I-
answer.
He's the
But
championship.
and I
winning
still
player.
will sit here and say that Julius Randle could be on the
You
team and we
can't
could win
win
a
a championship with Julius Randle on your team.
I
That's
really
not true,
I don't
bro.
think
It's not
I
true
don't-
at all.
We talked about
I
this
don't think the
couple
Knicks were
episodes
winning
ago.
the title when
No,
they
I know
had
that.
Julius
I'm
Randle. I
just
mean,
saying.
I think
No,
it's
know,
just
I know.
unfair.
It
I
is.
think
It
he
is.
was Julius Randle was never supposed to be a 1 or 2 option.
But he is.
I know, but that's the
He was
thing.
made to be into that. He
I
had
just-
to
He's
be.
but
just
here's the
done a
thing.
really good job at it. But like Julius Randle, if you really think about it, is like a Jeremy Grant on drugs, like a supercharged Jeremy Grant,
But he's not
A guy-
he's
a
not
guy
good
who
at
was never-
defense.
a guy who was never supposed to be like that. Looked at as a first or second option, but had to by default, like just based on the team's needs, and exceeded expectations. And Julius Randle did that to another level. But Julius Randle was never supposed to be a 1 or 2.
I mean, if you would have told me when you came to New York that you'd be a 2-time All-NBA player, I would have never
Would've
fucking
looked at you
believed
like
you.
you were crazy.
No,
Crazy.
I agree with that. My biggest thing is
It's a
though,
shame that he has struggled in the playoffs, and he's definitely to
Bad.
blame for that. Like, you've
Bad.
been bad, but it's just, I feel like a guy like Julius Randle was never supposed to be the guy handling
No,
If there's
those type of
another guy-
Completely
coverages.
agree.
Right.
No, I agree. But here's the thing: I'm evaluating the guy based on what he
I agree.
is
No,
and what I've
100%.
seen.
But he
And-
doesn't have to be
But if
that.
you have
though.
Julius Randle
but
taking
here's my
10
thing,
less
but here's my thing.
shots.
It seems okay. That seems great in theory. That seems so easy in theory for him to just take 5 less shots per game if you get a better player next to him. His game has now become conducive to having the ball more.
I agree.
That is a thing.
I agree.
and he's not
the-
efficient enough and doesn't take efficient enough shots for you to be that guy. That's
don't
what
know.
I'm saying.
I just think
And you're not good enough at defense.
I watched Julius Randle at Kentucky all those years ago, even the end of the Lakers, the Pelicans. Julius Randle made a name for himself on just being a hustle guy. More than he was always super skilled, and he still is super skilled, but like he's a hustle guy. He has a mismatch with everyone because of his size and the way he moves. So like I still think that's still in there. Yeah, like the money in the All NBAs, like that definitely changes a guy. Like not even at anything at Julius
That's what I'm
Randle's
saying.
character, but like that's just the way life works for anyone. So it could be an adjustment for him to not be the guy, but like just talent wise and skill wise, I think he's more than capable of it.
I 100% agree.
I think
that-
he definitely needs to be criticized because that's, like you said, you have to evaluate what happened. Like he was the number 2 guy, he was the number 1 guy against Atlanta, and he was awful.
terrible.
Obviously, he deserves criticism, but I
but-
think we can win with him on the
okay,
roster.
Okay, so here's
Do
what
I
I'm
think he's
trying to
going to
say.
be on the
Here's what I'm
roster?
trying to say.
No, I
I'm
don't.
not saying that. Like obviously, I think that Julius Randle, you can't win with him. I'm saying in theory, yes, it's perfect that he would be the number 3 option. I think if that was the case, 100% you could win. I completely agree. But it's great in theory, but not always great in practice to
Well,
move a guy
obviously.
from this number 2 role or number 1 role. And now you're like, okay, Julius, you're now the 3rd best player on this team. You're not going to have the ball nearly as much. You're not going to have as much freedom to take whatever shots you want to take. A guy's not always going to react
But Matt,
perfectly. to
there's
that.
no other situations in the NBA where he's going to step in and be that and have any success.
It's the same thing as like Lauri Markkanen, bro. Julius Randle just has had the playoff experience of being that guy. I know Lauri Markkanen's a different player. He's not a ball stopper like Randle and all that stuff. But Lauri Markkanen, if the Jazz made the playoffs and Lauri Markkanen was their number 1 guy, you bet your ass Lauri Markkanen would have struggled.
100%.
You know?
100%. But it's also
Like-
his game can be conducive to then becoming the 3rd best player on a team.
I
Julius
agree,
is
but
not conducive to that. He's not a 4 spacer. I hate to say it, as much as he can make his step back threes and stuff, he's not good off the catch and shoot. That's just a fact.
He
That's
was in the
statistics.
3-point contest.
I don't give a fuck about that. He's not good off catch and shoots. That's actually a statistic. He's not a good enough defender. Like you don't have the traits of a guy that could be the 3rd best player on a championship team, in my
Does
opinion.
turn the ball over a good
Turns the
amount.
ball over a bunch. Like I'm sorry, I don't see it.
I
with
just
him.
think if
I
you
don't.
limit that stuff, the ball in his hands, the turnovers and making bonehead plays, he could assert himself more in the other areas.
You could also
The defense, the rebounding.
Let's
He's
say
a great rebounder.
He is a
And that,
phenomenal
that's
rebounder.
an attribute that kind of, I feel like gets overlooked sometimes, but he is a great rebounder.
It could
Okay.
also come
I-
down to coaching too. I'm sorry.
Very good.
You can get rid of Tom, who's very, there's no offense really.
No.
Pro
put him in-
let Julius ISO.
Right. So bringing another coach, put him in a system. I feel like it could work.
I think Julius is going to get traded. I wouldn't be surprised if Tibbs was still here
Who
at the
wants
start
him,
of
bro?
next season.
Who's taking him?
Bro, people are going to trade for Julius Randle. He's not untradeable.
What the fuck are you talking
He was
about?
one of the top 15 players this year.
Yo, he's
Bro,
an all
you're
NBA
acting-
player.
yeah,
Like,
you're-
we're acting
Yo,
like
but
he's
you're
RJ
acting like
That's
he's
not what
a
I'm
ball.
saying. I'm saying that it's difficult to fit him into a team.
That's fine.
Teams are not just going to be willing
there
to
are
trade
some
for the guy.
teams
It's
that
so
have
hard
to-
fit him
Okay,
into
but
there's
their
some
there
team.
teams
is
that
a
have to
world
make
where some
trades.
people like, oh, Julius Randle could help our roster. Let's see what we could build
I
for
think
him.
it's a lot
There are
harder
some
to trade
teams
for.
that
I
have
don't
to
think
make
teams are looking
trades
at him
that
as a
need
clear
other
asset.
things
Team like
besides
Portland.
Julius Randle, like picks and other young players that will take Julius
I
Randle
don't
with
think
those other
anyone's
things.
looking at it.
And
as
he's
a-
not
as an
he's
asset.
not making a crazy amount of money.
No, he's
either.
not. He's
25,
not making
like-
a full max. It's like 29
It's
million,
looking
28
like-
million.
It's looking like Cat is a real possibility.
I don't want Cat either.
I don't
That
want Cat.
doesn't do anything.
I-
Please
for me.
miss me with the
I
Cat
think it
bullshit,
could
bro.
definitely work out. I think he's a better player than Julius Randle.
I
I think
agree
I
with
he's
think
that
the difference in
I think we
assets
can
isn't
win
worth
with-
it.
We're gonna
we can
win.
definitely win with Cat more than Julius Randle.
I think I see the
I don't
same. I see the
necessarily
team doing
agree.
the same
How
exact
are you
thing.
doing?
How?
Playing him at the 4?
No, obviously we'd do something with Mitch at that point.
Do what? You trade Mitch and
And
Julius? to
then
get back
what? How are
Cat?
you defending, bro? Your whole
I don't know,
identity
bro.
was based off of offensive rebounding and
that's-
fucking
I'm
defending
good
the
on
paint
Cat.
this
I
season.
know, but
I'm
What
good on
what
Cat.
needle does Cat move in your eyes that
You think he's
that
something that he's
him and
not.
Julius Randle
That's
aren't?
what you think.
I think
You
he's
think
one of the
he's gonna
better
be-
centers in the league, and he can help us play winning basketball more than Julius
that
Randle. can.
motherfucker is not built for the playoffs either.
Bro.
At all.
Okay,
feel
so
like-
we're trading one guy that isn't built for the playoffs for
what
another.
what
Cool,
winning
we're staying
basketball
the
has Karl
same.
Anthony Towns been a part of?
I'm
That-
not saying he's been a part of winning basketball.
In
He can
basketball,
bring-
what a crazy EuroLeague playoff it was this week, and the Fiend for Olympico starts against Monaco and Barcelona against Real Madrid. The crowd, it's going to be a crazy atmosphere.
Have fun.
It's from
I'm
someone in the
saying he
chat.
can
Have fun, man.
help us play more winning basketball because he's the best shooting big man of all time. He can stretch the floor, unlike Julius Randle could.
Okay, so who are you
But-
putting next to him?
Julius Randle does stretch the floor.
Because now you got to make another move to
Well,
put
yeah,
a really
I
good
don't argue.
rebounder and rim
I
protector.
think
mean,
the Knicks,
not as well as
regardless,
Cat.
the
No, obviously,
It's
but
not
he
even
does stretch
about
the floor. You
Cat's-
see this super elite 3-point shooter who's going to take 23s a game. Is that
no one
much
shoots
spacing he's
20
going
a
to do?
game.
Trunks is making this assumption that
So
I
No,
think
he's
the
right.
perfect-
I
stretch
thought
the
he was
floor.
going to take 23s a
I
game.
think the perfect guy next to Cat is Jared Vanderbilt.
oh my God, Jared Vanderbilt, get out of here!
I think
Stop
it's
it.
Jared
Who is-
Vanderbilt.
oh my God,
And he
Jared
was
Vanderbilt
next
is
to
like
Cat.
the
Didn't
new
they
Al
have that
Horford,
already?
bro.
Yes, they did. The Timberwolves had that.
Who is Jared
Yeah.
Vanderbilt, bro?
That was a
He's a
solid
real
Timberwolves
player.
squad.
He's a real player.
He is a real
What
player.
team is he on?
He's on the Los Angeles Lakers.
No way.
He barely
The
plays.
mighty Lakers that are in the conference finals. He's
Uh-huh.
on that team.
He is.
I wouldn't have known for games
Bro, he's a
3
big old
through
fucking
6 of that.
goose egg
Lakers
on
Warriors
offense, bro.
series.
Yeah.
My
I
boy's
wouldn't have
a
even known he was on this team.
No, but it doesn't make sense with the Lakers because their spacing lacks. But if you have him next to a guy like Karl Anthony Towns, it makes more sense.
Yo, the thing is with the Knicks, it's not even about Cat or his skill
No, I
set
don't
or
want
what he'll
Cat,
provide.
first
Yo,
of all.
listen, bro. It's not even about that. It's about the Knicks need a true number. They need
I
a horny
agree.
star.
I agree.
So it's not
Yes.
even about Cat. It's just about that's not what you're that tier
Agreed.
of player isn't what you're looking for.
Well,
If you think he's better than Julius, that's fine. I think he's better than Julius too, but they're probably in that same tier of player. Maybe Cat's at the bottom of the tier above Julius Randle, and Julius Randle's near the top of that tier. However you want to put it, but like
They're split up by like
They're-
5
yeah,
players.
they're not
4 players.
that far off. Cat's not a needle mover. Donovan Mitchell is a
feel like-
needle
I'm
mover.
not saying that he's like the only move he would have to make though. He's just like one of the steps.
But I
in the
don't want any
process
part of Karl
becoming-
Anthony
I
Towns.
kind of
I
agree
don't
with
want
him.
any part of it.
I don't want any part of Karl Anthony Towns if he's gonna be my number one. If I could pair him with a horny star, then sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
If I can't get a horny star, I'm not going after Cat. I'm getting a guy like OG or McHale. Or
I want McCall so bad, and I posed.
I don't
this-
think the Nets would ever
actually-
trade him
Okay,
to us.
all right. I posed this
think-
to Trincali and Christian Jimo a couple days ago, and I'll pose this to you guys now. I said in the offseason, if there's a possibility that you could trade Julius Randle, Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly, and like
You
2
said-
or 3.
You said 4.
I said 3.
Wasn't that
I
on the pod the
originally
other
said
day?
4.
You
But
said 4.
You said 4.
3 first-round picks for Bridges and Cam Johnson. Do you do the trade if you're the
Heartbeat.
Knicks? I completely
I'd have to
agree.
think about it,
Heartbeat.
but like I'd rather go for other players first. I want to go for like Jaylen Brown first if the Celtics try to move him.
I feel like they're
You
not
know?
gonna move him, bro.
I think if that trade is on the table and the Knicks said no, we're fucking insane.
If we can't do anything else like Jaylen Brown, then yeah, I would do that. I think. You know?
it
The
fixes-
chemistry would go crazy.
that obviously, yeah, the Villanova trio, and then
That's
your biggest
crazy
issue
to have
is
the
shooting.
Villanova trio,
Be
bro.
cool.
and
Winning-
then your
winning
shooting.
culture,
Those guys,
winning
yeah, those guys were
basketball.
winners, bro. Go get Kyle
And
Lowry,
then,
bro.
and then you bring on Zion. You got the Dukes and the Nova.
That'd be cool.
Zion lost to Cassius Winston, bro.
and my thing is like your biggest
on.
issue was shooting, and now you get 2 of the better shooters in the league in terms of like I don't see a world how that's
Even
bad.
Cam Johnson,
Oh
that's
my
a guy who
God, bro,
came
I
from
think
a
he'd be
winning
I
culture.
think he'd be phenomenal.
That's my
too.
guy.
I think in a different scenario, I think Cam Johnson is an 18 point per game scorer. Honestly, I think he's very good.
He was so fun to watch that year, UNC, bro.
So
Love Cam Johnson.
So yeah, I think I'd do that in a heartbeat if that was available to the Knicks. Not
My
even
boy.
close. I'm not even.
Oh, Suzy says RJ Barrett needs to be the first person traded.
I don't
No,
agree.
he doesn't.
I don't agree.
He's not.
You
getting
could
traded.
hold on to
Bro
RJ.
really woke up feeling dangerous in game 6, so
It's all right.
I
He
think
had a really good playoff run.
I think if your future starting 5 is Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Mitchell Robinson, and RJ Barrett is your 6th man. That's beautiful.
with
That's
Josh
nice.
Hart too.
That's not and Josh Hart. Oh my God.
We need to sign back.
Isaiah Hartenstein. Oh my God. It's a
Hart-
great
Does
fucking
Hart have a
team.
player option?
No, he's
He's
a
gonna
free-
sign back.
Is he locked in?
He is. He's
gonna sign
declining
back.
his player option. I'm pretty sure, and he's gonna sign back most
Yeah.
likely.
I mean,
He will.
after he played this year, I wouldn't be surprised if a team gave him like 10 mil
10 mil.
What do you
He's
mean?
gonna get like 15 to 20, buddy.
a year.
Yes.
We're not gonna be able to pay all those dudes.
We're gonna give that to him.
We're probably giving it to him.
That's crazy. He's
but
gonna get
yeah.
paid more than Mitch just to play behind him.
So, all right.
Yeah.
We aren't the team that
I
won.
feel like if you're, why would you pay 2 $15 million centers
We're not paying two $15 million centers.
if you have
Josh Hart?
Hartenstein? Oh,
Hartenstein's getting
You
8
said Josh
season,
Hart.
bro.
I said Hartenstein.
No, you said Josh Hart.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
You said Hart.
Hartenstein's on the team. Like he's locked in. for the next-
Hartenstein. I said, does he have a
couple-
player? I think he has an option.
No,
No.
he's a 3-year deal.
Okay. Anyways, we are the fucking team that won this series, and we just talked about us ad nauseum again. Miami Heat won this series, and they are going on to play the Boston Celtics. Jimmy Butler is him.
I have nothing to say about the Heat that I feel like we haven't said
Yeah,
already.
I completely agree. Okay, so predictions.
Shout out, congrats to them though
Yes,
for going
shout
back
out
to
the
another
Heat.
conference final.
Shout out
Okay,
the Heat. I'm sorry we're not. I'm sorry we're not
They-
talking
they
more about
earned
them,
it.
but
They earned it.
we
They
spoke
did.
a lot about them.
They deserve it. They
I
deserve to
said
be
this.
here.
I said I will not judge the Heat ever again based as long as Jimmy Butler's on this team.
We clowned
based
them
on their regular season.
at the trade deadline for we thought Pat Riley was asleep. He knew what he was doing.
Like I will
Yeah.
never judge them based on the regular season again because this team, when it comes to the playoffs, is just not the same at all.
Yeah.
Just a completely different team. And Tyler Hero might be coming back for this series
Yeah.
at some
With
point.
that
too.
said,
He's come back in the finals.
With that
if they
said,
make it.
Boston Celtics in 5.
Celtics in 5.
I really want the Heat to win, but yeah, I'm going Celtics in 6.
I'm doubting Jimmy Butler once again.
I am. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm down the Heat. Again.
Honestly, want
I
him to
w-
prove me wrong.
I
Like,
wanted to prove me wrong
yeah.
so bad, but like I
With
just
that,
don't
yeah.
see
With
it.
that said, I'm saying Celtics in 5.
Yeah, Celtics in
Hmm.
6.
Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 6 sounds cool.
You said Celtics in 5 too, Chris, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the two that.
I have a future
Really
on the
got
the
it.
Celtics were always my pick to win the finals from the beginning of
Yeah, I mean,
once the Mavs were eliminated.
we did say Philly and Boston would be the finals. Like they would be the finals representative for the Eastern Conference. And I mean, that might hold true, but look, Jimmy Butler pushed it to game 7 last year. And
He said after that game last year, we're gonna be right back here next year and things are gonna be different. And
Yeah.
they're right back here next
This
year.
might-
And
might
things
do it.
might be different.
this
Yeah.
man,
I'm really like
I hope they do it. I really
like
do.
I feel like part of me like has fear of Jimmy Butler.
You're scared of him.
I'm scared of
What do
Jimmy.
you mean?
I'm scared. He's one of those players that
if I
like
was in a room with him, I want to go up to him to shake his hand. I'm gonna be honest.
that's not what I mean. I mean, I would go up to him to shake his hand.
I don't know.
But, like,
I'd be scared.
I'm
I'd say hello to Jimmy
afraid
Butler if I
of
I'm
saw
kind of
him.
scared of Jericho.
if I'm afraid of picking against Jimmy Butler. I'm afraid of that.
What
Man.
if you saw him like in the tunnel before playoff game 7 with one headphone and you saying what up, and he's like,
I'd say, let's go, Jimmy. Let's go.
It's Jimmy time.
If
we
he
should
looks
go
at me,
to
I'm,
a
I'm
Heat
giving, I'm
game
giving him the whole
and get those
the head
shoots,
nod.
shirts
I'm going,
that Stu has. It's
Jimmy
Jimmy
time.
time.
It's
And maybe
Jimmy.
he'd notice us.
Yeah. So yeah, it's most likely going to be the Celtics. Did you see the 97% chance?
Yeah, I really
Yeah, that's
don't
kinda
have
crazy.
much to say. It's
What
like,
the fuck?
either the Celtics show that they're a more talented roster, or Jimmy just goes full superstar, best player in the league.
And Kyle Lowry turns back the clock.
I mean, he has been a little.
Not
been good.
The
not to
Celtics
full
ain't no
extent.
Knicks,
No, they're not.
so
No.
They're
the
not.
Heat will have to be better than they were against the Knicks.
But far
Yeah.
better. Far better. We pushed them to 6, and the Celtics have a far better roster than we do, and an actual offense there, kind of. So
The Celtics were like number 1 in offense and number 2 in defense throughout the second round. So
Yep.
they were
them and
really
Denver
good.
were the only ones with like an overwhelming net rating for the second round. So
yeah.
but yeah. All right.
That's
So
pretty
on to the
much,
Western Conference. Lakers Warriors game 6 was a couple nights ago.
fuck the corgi.
Yeah.
Literally,
Stupid ass corgi.
fuck the corgi. That
Put
is
him down.
that is all we really
Yeah.
have to say about that. I mean,
Put him down.
Maybe.
that's horrible. What the fuck? LeBron was dominant. 10
I
of
wonder if the
14.
corgi picked these
Did
series.
he pick these series?
I'm
That's a
not sure.
great question. But it don't. Who the fuck cares about what the corgi has
Yeah,
to say?
You're right.
He's
He was wrong.
You're
He's
literally,
wrong.
you're literally listening to a dog. It's kind of weird.
Let's
It's
see.
kind of weird.
He literally was wrong. Like, what does it matter?
Yeah, LeBron was
ooh.
great
Okay.
in game 6.
LeBron was phenomenal.
LeBron was due for one of those games where he just had a complete takeover of the game, and very happy we got into.
He was not messing around.
No.
He came out very aggressive.
He
from the jump.
didn't want to face Steph in Game 7.
He didn't
Wow.
want to play a
Wow.
game 7.
All right.
Period.
Corgi says Nuggets in 6.
Hmm.
The other series he didn't do yet, I guess. That's probably coming either today or tomorrow.
Corgi said Nuggets in 6. huh?
Corgi said
Okay.
Nuggets in 6.
I mean, he just likes picking against the Lakers, though.
He does.
Yeah.
He don't like the Lakers, bro.
Is
Do
there
you
anything
think
to s-
the corgi aims for like when he shoots, or he just headbutts it
I
and just
think he
goes?
just-
I don't think he is.
has. I don't think he has.
Is there anything to say about the Warriors
Okay.
before we go into Lakers? Nuggets?
Clay was horrible.
Horrible. Everyone was horrible.
Game 6, Clay.
Everyone. Even Steph. He dropped 30 on like 30 shots. That was
Yeah,
bad.
no, he wasn't exactly.
Wasn't
good
horrible,
in
but,
this
like,
game.
Shot very inefficient.
Where Jordan Poole is
Um,
different.
Oh man.
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole,
Is the
man.
greatest ever and
Okay,
more valuable
so,
than Draymond.
Is it?
Good take.
That's fucking crazy.
Jordan Poole's got to be traded.
I was about to say,
Yes.
is he getting traded?
Yes, he has to be. I think to sign everyone back. I think he has to be. Like technically, right?
Isn't he
pretty
making
sure.
crazy money this
Yeah.
year? No.
Yeah, he's
He's making what, like
I don't
30
know.
no. His
million?
extension starts next season. I think he didn't make it this year. This was not year 1 of the
Oh,
extension.
that's what I'm. Yeah.
The extension
I
starts.
thought this is when he
believe,
next year.
expired.
next year. The extensions, I believe, starts next year.
Riv made a good point on pick a side. Jordan Poole gave you one really, really good year, good postseason run. You won a championship. Then one stinker of a year, horrible postseason run. So he's kind of, it's a 1-1 series
He's
right
even.
now, series to 3. Best of 3. Whoever wins
yeah,
2.
I mean,
So
I don't think
feel
they
like
win
he's
last
still,
year without him.
Yeah, feel like he still has one more year before, because they still have a year to make this. Not every decision for them has to be made this offseason.
So here's
They
my
could
thing.
still kind of run it back.
But
every round of the playoffs, Jordan Poole's averages go significant, especially last year. He was borderline unplayable in the finals at points. His averages went down significantly. I saw a stat where it was like round 1 last year, he averaged like 18 or 20. Round 2 was like 15. Round 3 it was like 13, and then and then in the finals it was like 9 points per game or 10 points per game.
Yeah, but
He's hard to play.
the difference
big
was
moments.
last year. Feel like last year in the playoffs, he had some really huge moments
did.
for them that
No,
they
he did.
needed for him to have to win the champion. Even in the finals, when he was getting limited minutes, he had some moments in the finals.
Yeah,
This year he showed you nothing in the playoffs, and didn't show you much in the regular season either. So I
Showed that
agree
he
with
was
that.
ass.
Yeah, He just wasn't good
He was
all around for the
atrocious.
entire season, pretty much.
It's atrocious.
He had good runs when Steph was out, for sure, this year. The efficiency wasn't great, but he was still putting up like 26 points when Steph was out. So he wasn't horrible, but he needs to be better. I think
agree.
he knows he needs to be better. The team knows he needs to be better. I wouldn't put it past him to have a better. I feel like it won't be hard for him to have a better season than this year. You know?
I mean, yeah, that's fair. This definitely was probably the worst version of Jordan Poole we will see. I think it will only get better from here. Warriors
hard
do
to
have
get worse.
chemistry issues, though.
The Warriors either
That's the
need
thing.
someone to establish himself as a legit number, not a legit because it's Steph, but like a real number 2 option. Like last year was Wiggins during the playoffs. Wiggins looked like a go-to second guy.
But
He
an
wasn't
all-star
that
starter.
in this playoffs. Clay wasn't that, obviously, and Jordan Poole wasn't that.
okay, so
When none of those guys are hitting, you're
I
fucked.
think Wiggins can get back to that. I feel like this season was just a off season for him.
I agree.
You know,
do you re-sign Clay to a big deal?
you have to.
Do you re-sign
you have
Dre
to.
to a big deal?
Yeah.
I think they've earned it. All three of them
Yeah.
have earned all the money they're going to get. They won 4
That's-
championships. Whether they win or lose, they deserve to finish their careers as Golden State Warriors. All
That's
of
why
them.
I'm saying you have to trade Jordan Poole. I feel
That's
like
it.
you have to make that
You
work.
can't pay
right?
all these guys.
You can't.
You quite
I think
literally
you have to
can't
trade
pay
Jordan
all these
Poole.
guys.
I think straight up, if I think it, really sinks it makes them a desirable place to want to retire and go
Mhm.
spend a career with. If you show that you're loyal to your players, just like they were loyal to you,
Exactly.
I think it goes a long way.
If you have Steph,
Uh,
it's not worth keeping Jordan Poole and not one of the other two. I think. You'd rather try to ride it out and win another one with Clay and Dre than for the future with Jordan Poole. I think.
I guess. Look, I'm just saying, if you're the Warriors, you better hope to. If you're gonna keep, like, if you're gonna trade Jordan Poole, you better fucking also hope that Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga are gonna step up too.
Mm-hmm.
Because those guys, if you're not trading those guys, because
Oh,
they
Sleazy
might end up trading
says
them
that
too.
Draymond in his podcast said that him and Clay are willing to take pay cuts to keep the core together.
Yeah, I feel like they have to.
They
In
are
order
going
for
to
them to
have
keep
to,
the
yeah.
to keep the team together, they're gonna have to.
I can't imagine there's anywhere unless Draymond wants to go to the Lakers. Is anywhere else
I
that
don't think
either of them want to
Nah.
play?
Don't
Draymond ain't
put
leaving.
Draymond on
Draymond
the
ain't
fucking.
It would only
Lakers
be the
either.
Lakers.
That'd be disgusting.
That'd be the only place he would go to. I think.
He's
That
not.
would
He's
be
not going anywhere.
atrocious.
Yeah,
No, I don't think he's going anywhere.
You
I'm just saying if he was to
He
leave.
just likes.
I don't think
I
he
don't
would.
think it's
I'll-
only the Lakers though. I don't
Where
think
else
it's
would he
only the
go?
The
Lakers.
Pistons.
because he's from that area, right?
I don't know about all that.
Well, he went to
I-
Michigan
um,
State.
I feel like there's no way he goes anywhere else if it's
Yeah,
Not
he's
the
from
Lakers.
Michigan.
He is from Michigan. But
at
yeah,
that point just stay in Golden State.
I don't know. Again, this isn't the team that won either. So we do move on to the
Yes.
Lakers here. As I said before, LeBron had a massive game 7. Game 6. He was phenomenal. Anthony Davis controlled the series defensively for the majority of it, dominated the boards as well. The Lakers actually lost the rebounding battle in the series by 24 boards in total, but you wouldn't think so at all. And I mean, the free throw differential, especially in this game. Oh my God.
Insanity.
31 made free throws for the Lakers. Bless you.
Bless you.
10 for the
Thanks.
Warriors. That was the difference in the game. That was the difference in the score. 21 free throws that the Lakers had, more than the Warriors in this game. And that seemed to be a trend throughout the entirety of the series. And we kind of figured that would happen because, well, the Warriors don't get to the line much and they foul a bunch. So Lakers move on. Not sure there's much else to say except for this series for the Western Conference Finals is going to be phenomenal.
It's gonna be amazing. But this run that the Lakers are on, like this whole season, it's one of the greatest things we've ever watched.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
Like
they
it's amazing.
completely flipped their roster.
Yes, they had a 0.3% chance to make the playoffs. Started 2 and
2
10,
and 10.
and now they're in the conference finals. If LeBron wins this ring, this is, I think, his not his greatest ring, but his greatest season long run
Okay.
of his career.
It also needs to be said that these playoffs, we've seen LeBron and AD get the most help that they've, especially in LeBron's career, get the most
Mhm.
help that he's ever had in a playoff run.
You know what's got me tight?
Everyone's stepping up. Yeah.
People are using that to say that this is the best team LeBron's played on.
That's
It's
just
crazy.
fully capped.
Crazy.
Just fully capped.
Insane.
I'd say that the Lakers from the bubble were better than
All you have to say is
Easily.
this team has the
Yes.
best all-around assortment of role players. but the best
even know if
team
it
he's ever
does.
played on.
Is
Yeah.
obviously the Miami
Gotta be
Heat.
the Heatles.
It's obviously the Miami Heat.
I don't know. At
Maybe
first,
the-
Cavs team was pretty good.
Maybe that 16 Cavs team.
Yeah.
Maybe, but that was a very good team.
This
Because
team
that
isn't even
team,
close.
because the Miami Heat team didn't have role players. The
No.
16 Cavs had role players and had
yes,
three
and had the
guys.
Yes.
This team isn't even close.
Not even close.
No, it's the
But
comparisons.
Their
Kevin
role players
Love,
are really good
But
though.
shout
They're
out
deep.
to shout out to
stepping up.
D'Lo,
Yeah.
shout out to Reeves, shout out to Rui for his
Yeah.
multiple 20-point games these playoffs. They've had, I think I saw a stat in the bubble, they had I think one game of 20+ points from any of their role players outside of LeBron and AD. It was Rajon Rondo in game 6. Not in the finals, in like I think the semis or something like that, right?
20 from Rondo.
So far through 2 rounds, they have had 10 20+ point games from players that are not LeBron James and Anthony Davis. That's crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's just
That's
a good
crazy.
assortment of players around the NBA that could fit LeBron and AD's game plan.
It's so
It just-
weird because they don't really fit.
Shout
But
out
like
Rob
they
Pelinka,
do,
man.
you watch them
Yeah.
and you're like, wow, this team doesn't really fit,
No.
and then they
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
I
He was-
don't.
He was on the
yeah,
hot seat.
They really. I guess that's just the idea Rob Pelinka went for. Just a team that's gonna make you question them every single game. That's gonna barely
who is
scratch
gonna-
out wins. I
Who is
don't.
gonna go off?
I love this team.
You
I love it.
I love this
I
team.
love just.
I love it.
I want
Honestly,
them-
bro,
I want
like
them to win
this,
so
this
bad.
conference finals, like it'll be good basketball. The
Mhm.
battle of the big soul, AD and Yoke. But this conference finals, it really hurts every agenda I've ever had this season. And like honestly, I hope both teams lose.
They go to
I don't-
8 games.
Yeah,
I don't even.
You really are in shambles.
I don't
in this
know.
conference
I
finals.
don't even know who to pick to win. Honestly, I don't really. I
Like,
might
who
not
you
even.
think's gonna win or who
Well,
you want to win.
I might not
Both.
even watch.
Well,
I
don't
might
think
not
he
even
wants
pick.
anyone.
I
don't
might
think he
not
wants-
even pick.
Well, no, you gotta
honestly.
pick.
You
We're
have
gonna
to.
have
I don't
to
know.
pick.
You have
We're gonna have to pick because
I don't
now's
know.
the time. Nuggets in 6.
Lakers in 6.
I was gonna
Lakers
say,
in
I
7.
was gonna say Lakers in 6.
Yo, like, I'm crazy. I really am because for both of these teams, I could just see for both of them, I could just see them collapsing. I
Yeah,
could see
no,
it
I
just
agree.
falling off the rails.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know why.
That's why
Even
it's
the
gonna be so
Nuggets,
amazing.
like I'm so disrespectful to the Nuggets, but I don't really care. Like I could just see it blowing up and them just struggling for the entire series.
Yeah, I
AD's
got
the perfect guy to have there to guard Jokic.
I
I don't think he's
don't know,
gonna.
man.
I don't think he's gonna guard him like one on one. I think
don't know.
Rui's gonna guard him for most of it. And
I think I lean.
AD's gonna be the helper.
Who the fuck
but-
did you just say is guarding Jokic?
I think they're gonna put Rui or Vanderbilt. Any of
They're
them on
not
him.
putting either
Why?
of them to. They are
Why?
having AD guard.
I don't think they.
him.
I don't think that's what
promise
they should
you,
do.
AD is guarding.
I think
Imagine
that's-
looking
I
at
think that's
Rui
dumb.
Hachimura
Do you
like,
think
yo,
they should guard? They should put
go
Rui
guard
on him
Jokic.
over AD?
Yes, and then I think AD
That's
should be the helper
crazy.
every play and help off the 3-point shooter.
Everyone was
Why?
silent.
No. I get what you're saying, but no.
Why? How would that
Because
work?
you can't leave Jokic. Even if AD's the doubler every time, you can't leave Jokic for 1 second in 1-on-1 with fucking Rui Hachimura. Bro.
That man will turn around and shoot straight over him. This motherfucker shoots here,
yeah,
bro.
Deadpool's
I wouldn't
even
be
saying
surprised
it
if
in the
that's what's
chat. You
happening, if
can't
that's what
double
happens.
Jokic regard. You can't double Jokic.
I don't know.
Yo,
Jokic
this
just
and
playing
also,
one-on-one.
it needs to be
Jokic
said,
has to. You have AD is the best on-ball matchup for Jokic, bro. If they're doubling him every time, they
No, I
will
know he
just put
is.
him at the top of the fucking key, and he will shred them apart.
I don't know. I think that's what's gonna
it
happen.
also
though.
needs to be
They're
said,
gonna put him if the Lakers game plan. They come out. I don't think this will be their initial game plan, but if the Lakers' initial game plan is let's go double, first of all, I just think that's stupid because he will just pass you to
Yep.
shreds. But also, if the double comes out and works, whatever you're saying, they will just put him in one-on-one situations where he can cook whoever.
At that point,
the
they make
Lakers are
adjustments
gonna
then.
need to put eight
No,
for the
AD
Lakers
has
to win.
to guard
AD is gonna have to guard him.
AD has to guard him.
You help
And
with everyone else.
I was
All
about to
those
say,
other
yeah.
guys have size to like at least try to be secondary rim protectors, but you have to put AD
I
on
think
Jokic.
what will happen is I think Anthony Davis will be the man that plays him straight up, and I think LeBron James will be the primary help defender.
Yeah,
I
LeBron
think
will
he
be
will
the
guard
rover.
Aaron Gordon, and they will leave Aaron Gordon for much of this series. But even with all of that being said, the Nuggets have done a phenomenal job of if a team leaves Aaron Gordon, they also have so much more off-ball action going on over there to where they will create a problem for a team if they are leaving Aaron Gordon. And Aaron Gordon, by the way, is one of the best cutters in the entire NBA. That motherfucker will dunk all over LeBron at least 2 times in the series if you're going to leave him alone.
At least.
Nuts in his face.
Yes, nuts.
Yeah.
But I'm
Talk
taking
about a horny stuff.
I'm taking the Nuggets in 6. I think yes, AD's a phenomenal defender to have on Jokic, but I don't think there's a guy that could guard Jokic anymore. I just don't. Also, I think that bubble year, if anyone's putting any stock into that, it's just dumb because you
that's
also
dumb.
had.
The bubble mattered, but that doesn't matter for this.
I agree, but you have people talking about what happened
I
in the
know,
bubble
it's
like
stupid.
it matters.
Nah,
It's
the bubble
cool that
really
it's the
doesn't
same
matter
matchup.
though.
It's cool. It's the same matchup. That's the only comparison the bubble has.
Oh, yeah,
Nah,
it's cool, but
I
It was
agree.
3 years ago, bro.
But
people
well,
saying,
but-
"Oh,
but the
the bubble,
stars
the
are the
bubble
same.
did matter."
The
No,
thing
the
is,
bubble mattered,
yo,
but it's
the
not
thing
because
is,
of
it's
this.
just like if the bubble to some people never mattered before. I keep doing that.
smack the shit out the.
If the bubble never mattered before to people who said the bubble was a fluke, like myself, then this doesn't validate it.
The
Just
bubble
because the
wins.
same teams are back in the conference
Makes no
finals. It's
sense.
3 years apart. Like it, I said it before the pod. It's pretty much entirely different rosters besides the top guys. And yes, those top guys are those, but like those top guys, we all knew they were, those top guys. The only one that was in
It's the
question
only
was
thing
Jimmy
that matters
Butler.
in the NBA.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it meant nothing. I don't think the bubble meant.
Oh no, I
nothing.
think the bubble definitely mattered. It just as much as anything else.
The bubble definitely mattered.
Yeah.
It doesn't correlate. To
I'm just-
this
No, I agree,
series.
yeah.
yeah. I'm
yes,
just
that's-
trolling with the bubble.
No,
Didn't
no.
matter. Like it was
I-
basketball at the end of the day.
I
Yeah.
just don't like how people are like, yo, Jokic kind of struggled in that series. Like, first of all, no, he didn't. But second of all, you also had Dwight Howard to throw at him and bother him and send 6 fouls his
Dave
way.
Tristan Thompson.
We got Mo Bamba coming back.
Oh my God.
You say
You
Dwight
had-
Howard?
Imagine
They
them
have JaVale
actually
on that
picking up
team?
and throwing
Yeah.
Dwight Howard.
They had
at him.
JaVale. They had Dwight. You had bodies to throw at him. If
Yeah, but
AD gets in
now-
foul trouble,
Bobby.
you're fucked. You're fucked.
You
if
are.
AD gets in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Like, who are you putting on him at that? You're not bringing
Who's
Mo Bamba
calling?
out. You're not doing it.
Give me
You're not
who's
doing it.
calling.
You're not doing it. But regardless, this is just a completely different Nuggets team too. And then obviously, I don't know. I think this is going to be a phenomenal series.
Give
It's so fun to
me
watch.
the Lakers versus the Celtics in the finals.
Give me the Nuggets
Please.
and
Good
the
old
Celtics
classic
in the
Lakers.
finals.
It's really gonna be
Finals.
Batman versus the Joker.
That'd be fire.
That would be so.
It really is.
It's Batman versus
Wow.
the Joker.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Jalen Brown?
No,
Grant Williams.
Grant Williams.
Oh, I saw Jalen Brown at the mask. Like, I'm like,
No,
who the
no,
fuck
no.
are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Nuggets in 7. I don't feel good about it.
I don't feel good about my pick either. I feel like nobody.
Can't
feels
I
good about
feel like
Stop 'em,
the pick
baby.
go either way because it's
Lakers in
it's
6, baby.
basketball and
I agree.
stuff.
Yo,
stuff
this kid's
happens.
playing Clash of Clans on the podcast right now.
Bro,
Kid's
my,
addicted.
my goblins got upgraded.
Bro,
I just-
stop,
God
bro.
damn.
What is wrong with
Is your village good?
it's okay.
All right.
Kid barely wakes up, and then he fucking comes and fucking plays Clash of Clans on the pod. It's crazy.
We were
Bro,
texting in the group chat like 4
I've
in
been
the
on Clash
morning.
of Clans for 25 seconds.
Doesn't matter. You shouldn't be on Clash of Clans, period.
Bro,
Yeah,
I had,
Nuggets
I had to
and-
start my next troop upgrade.
Nuggets in 7.
What else you got? You had something for us, Chris.
Well, what are
right?
you guys picking in the series?
Didn't
We
we,
all-
did
we
we
all
say
I
it?
said it like 10
Everyone said
times.
it,
What'd you
yeah.
say?
Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 7.
Like,
Nuggets in 6.
Oh, okay.
Nuggets in 6. Christian Jamo, if you ever watch this, I'll see you later, buddy. If you're watching,
Ever watched?
if you're
Fuck
watching,
yeah.
I'll see you later. The Nuggets are fucking winning this series, man.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
Jamo,
Dean,
I'm
by the way,
sorry,
did
bro.
You want to do a double or nothing because you owe me $50 right now?
Yeah.
From the
I
Nuggets.
told you I wanted to do that.
Okay, I
So-
just wanted to make it official on the pod. So
Shake hands now.
So Matt and I made a bet. I said the Nuggets wouldn't make the Western Conference Finals. I put $50 on it. Obviously, they're in the Western Conference
Behind my
Finals.
sunglasses, kid.
So now I'm performing a blow. I mean,
what?
I mean a
What?
double or nothing. I mean,
Brother,
I mean a double or
I'm
nothing.
performing a
I
double or
did not
nothing.
agree to whatever you just started to say.
So if the Lakers make it to the finals, I owe them nothing. And if the Nuggets make it,
You owe
have to
me
give 'em
$100, yeah.
Yes.
So let's go, Nugs.
And a blowy.
I'll take the Celtics over the field against anyone for $50.
Throw that in for free.
I'm kind of tempted,
I
bro.
am too.
I'm so tempted because I think the Nuggets can beat them. I think the Lakers could beat them.
Bron's getting number 5, bro. Fuck.
You just jinxed him.
I don't think the Heat can beat them.
No.
But like,
No, they can, but
I mean, we're
Jimmy
counting out
can.
the Heat here.
Yeah, the Heat don't
definitely
really
can.
exist.
all right.
I
They're
wish-
like
I
Jared
wish-
Vanderbilt.
I wish this was the Knicks we were talking about, saying they don't exist.
Yeah, we would be
Make me feel so much
saying
better.
exactly that. But it's all right. Next season, man.
Yeah.
Next season.
Yeah.
There's always the next season.
With Cat. Yeah.
All right, Dean, you're gonna
Shut
lose
up.
$100 now, man.
Okay.
Cat is stinky.
Here we go. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a very good series.
It's gonna be fun.
So,
Man, fun.
all right, Chris, you do have something, right?
He's
Double.
double something.
Double or nothing.
There's no room to write what's going on.
So, fuck.
Fuck.
Yay!
Fuck.
All right.
You're saying 50?
Yay!
50. I have
Oh,
the
boy.
Celtics.
Let's
You
do
have the
it.
other
Anyone
3
else?
teams.
Make it official.
I kind of. Yeah, fuck it. Deal.
You have the odds there, Trunk.
I know I do. That's why I had to take it.
But also, he has the best team.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to take it. All right, cool.
It's just
Two bets.
$50.
2 bets
It's all
official
right.
now. 2 bets official now.
Money grows on trees anyway.
Ortiz, I feel like you have to get in on this.
Well, I feel like I do.
Okay.
Well, what else am I going to bet on? There's 4 teams, and
Finals MVP.
6 of them I haven't bet on.
You'll get crazy odds.
All right. Would you rather Anthony Davis edition? Yay. The first one up, DeMontis Sabonis.
Anthony,
Anthony
Davis.
Davis.
AD.
Nice.
80.
Next one, Devin Booker.
That's tough.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
I hate Devin Booker. I hate Anthony Davis.
Good pick. Next up, Joel Embiid.
Anthony Davis.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I'm taking Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid. I love Anthony.
I'm not
Davis.
You guys are
Joel Embiid.
fucking crazy.
I didn't even hesitate. For
You
that one.
guys are
Recency
nuts.
bias is crazy. Joel Embiid.
What do you mean recent? It's his entire career. He hasn't made a conference finals.
I know.
What do you mean
but-
recency bias? It's been for fucking.
Bro, you know me. I'm the
AD,
person
know
that's
me.
I'm the person that
also,
says
man, you know
AD is a
me.
top 5 player when he's healthy.
AD
but-
also hasn't been asked to be the best player on a
On a championship level team. Yeah, no, I agree with
So
that.
I
but
think AD
feel like
hasn't
he's
really had the
doing it
opportunity.
right now.
That's true.
look, I'm just saying
Uh,
the way he has
what
LeBron
he's
and AD are one
doing-
A, one B.
What he's doing right now is
no, I know.
Joel Embiid has never even touched in his playoff
Yeah,
career.
just
but
saying.
without LeBron, they're nothing.
the way that Anthony Davis, that's actually not
Without-
true at all. by
bro,
the way,
yes,
The-
it is.
The net
without
ratings,
without James Harden, the Sixers get fucking swept.
I
James
agree.
Harden isn't LeBron.
He had 2 40-point games. If they didn't have Harden, they get swept.
But James Harden is not LeBron.
but
What
that's
does that
not
have
the
to do with it?
point.
But it is though because
Yo, okay, but
AD
you're
gets
taking
more help.
LeBron away from
LeBron
AD gets
James
more
Harden.
help. Is what I'm saying.
They are the same.
So whose roster is better?
On paper,
Whose
one
roster is
answer.
better?
What
It's
page?
a
the
fucking
Lakers.
simple
What?
Oh my god!
they,
What?
they are in the conference finals
Nah,
and
you're
the
insane.
Sixers aren't.
I have
Just-
work, bro.
they're in the
We're in the middle
conference
of a
finals
TikTok.
and the Sixers aren't.
This would be good for the clicks. Have them walk out.
What the fuck? What are you talking about? The Lakers have a better roster than the
So-
fucking Sixers.
So the Lakers have the 2 best players.
That's terrible. This is terrible.
It's terrible.
This is terrible.
This is terrible.
This is terrible. In what world do they have a better roster?
They have the 2 best players out of both teams.
Nah, that's crazy. That's
That's
a crazy switch up because all season the Sixers had the better roster
Yeah.
until today.
Yeah.
But it's not.
One team's
But
alive.
it's
The other one
about
isn't.
their roster. It's not about Anthony Davis having the best
Okay.
defensive postseason run we've seen since Tim Duncan.
If you
it's not about him.
switched the superstars,
He's doing. The Lakers would be bounced.
the Lakers would be so far gone.
The
Yes.
Lakers would have lost
That's
to
number
Memphis.
one. And the fucking Sixers would have just. I'm not going to use that. Would have fucked the Celtics.
Bent them over.
I think
Fuck
it's I
them.
think it's pretty close.
No.
I don't think it's
AD
close
and
at all.
Embiid.
I don't think it's close at all.
I'm saying AD, and Embiid.
Oh yeah, it's close.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you said the team.
All
You
right.
said about
You
the
asked me
team.
one fucking question. I said
I mean,
He fake walked out.
No, bro.
Motherfucker said, I gotta work.
I got to
Sat
work,
back
bro.
down.
All right. Next up, Jason Tatum.
Let me Tatum.
Recency bias.
Tatum or AD?
Yep.
It is an
Tatum.
Anthony Davis. Would you rather? Who?
Tatum.
Who?
Tatum.
Tatum.
JT.
Tatum. Very close though.
Anthony Davis.
Damn.
Anthony Davis.
Jimmy Butler.
Anthony Davis.
Taking AD.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
Don't feel good about any of these.
And lastly, Nikola Jokic.
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 Joel Embiid.
Jokic.
You have to take. No, I don't.
The Lakers.
No, I'm taking the Lakers roster, but I'm taking Jokic.
Lakers roster over anybody.
That being said, I
When
could
they
have
win the
picked
finals.
the other person for any of the answers that I did say though.
So if the
What?
Lakers
Like for any answer that I said, I could have said the other person.
So if the Lakers
All
win the
of them are
finals, they don't have a better roster than the Sixers, who
Bro,
got
Yo,
bounced in the
it doesn't.
second round.
No, it doesn't matter who wins the finals.
Time
The
out.
rosters are the rosters.
Time out.
It's
But
a
it
point,
doesn't
though.
matter.
You just said
No,
But,
bro.
but a team that wins a championship is the better team. No,
Yo,
They played better.
I just got an alert that
is that not true?
They played better.
Hold on.
So that means they're better.
Jazz are interested in trading for Luca.
So that.
Holy shit.
So the team that plays better is not better.
Not necessarily, no.
A
That doesn't
Bleacher
necessarily-
Report
No.
But making it to the finals over the second round, it's not like they made it to the conference finals. Let's say the Lakers win the finals. They're
doesn't-
not a better team.
First of
No.
all,
There are many teams that are better than the Lakers.
first of all,
Many
you can have two players that are literally just better than
and that
for
makes their
example,
team better. No, that's not true.
I said
Not
okay, yo,
necessarily.
the roster outside of LeBron and Anthony Davis and outside of Joel Embiid and James Harden, who has a better roster?
But I'm not talking about outside those guys. Those guys are on the team.
I'm saying if you swap the superstars, bro.
But why do I have to swap the superstars?
Oh my god.
I don't have to swap the superstars.
He's asking you another hypothetical.
I
That's all
understand, but the hypothetical's irrelevant because LeBron James and Anthony Davis have these guys and they're on the team. Why do I have to swap anybody?
I'm just
talking
asking
about the
who has better
Lakers.
roster.
And I'm saying if the Lakers won the championship, why would they not have the better
It
roster?
doesn't matter if they win the championship.
Why?
Because
But,
winning a
but if the
championship
team that
doesn't.
if the team is fucking winning the
I'm
championship, they're
sorry,
better than the Sixers.
winning a championship does not necessarily
So if
mean
you
you
put
have
the
the best
fucking
roster in the
Lakers in the-
NBA.
if you-
It does not mean you have necessarily the best roster in the NBA. That's a fact. It does not necessarily
I
mean you have
understand that,
the best
but they have a
roster.
better roster than the team that got bounced in the second fucking round.
I
think that's
don't
true.
agree with that.
I think that's fucking crazy. Fucking
I don't think
crazy.
it's-
No, it's not crazy
played-
because
they
when
played
your
the
two
Boston
best
Celtics.
players do not show up in a series.
if the Lakers and the Sixers were to face off in the series, you would say the Sixers would win.
No,
That's what you're
no,
saying.
That's not
because
true.
Joel
Why?
Embiid and James Harden don't show
the
up.
Sixers have
Okay.
a better roster.
So the Lakers have a better fucking team because they
Oh
would fucking
my
beat them.
God.
No.
So
This point is dumb.
you're both right. You're saying
this is stupid.
that the Lakers have a better team.
You both argue
1 to
different
15.
things.
100%.
There are 15
Yes.
players on the roster.
Yes.
What he's saying,
Their depth is literally their depth is better. Outside of the stars, the Sixers are better, but the Lakers stars make
I
them
feel- I
a
feel
better
like-
team.
I
he
feel-
knows that. That all he's saying is that the Sixers have a better roster outside of the two stars.
Yes.
But why do we have to talk about outside the stars?
Because basketball is
Because
played on
the
a 5-on-5.
stars need to step
aspect.
up. That's the reason they lost. The Sixers have a phenomenal roster.
Okay.
Okay, of course.
And the Lakers
depth
have
is
two
not
stars that show
amazing.
up, so therefore they are better.
Bro, oh my God.
You know
Yeah.
what, yo?
Yeah.
We're not
But,
getting.
Blake,
You're both
You're
arguing
both
two
right.
different things.
I don't know why you guys are
You
arguing.
guys should just both shut up because you're arguing one thing, you're arguing something different.
Yeah, you guys.
You both are. You're both fighting and dying on your hill. But you guys aren't even the same. It's not the same hill. You both have your own hill.
It's in
You guys are
different-
okay.
Different mountains. Anyway, it's not that deep.
It really.
either.
All right. Well,
Wow.
This motherfucker almost
DJ
left.
said Matt tripping.
That was intense.
how am I tripping?
I don't think anyone's tripping.
How am I tripping? Please tell me. Please. I'll keep going, please.
What's next?
I mean, we could. I barely have time. It's already 11:15. What?
All right. Someone do the intro for the 2019 redraft,
Oh shit.
Fuck.
real quick, and then
Welcome to the 2019 NBA draft.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
No, that was so bad. You
How
got
was that bad?
redrafting the 2019 NBA draft.
Well, this is the official draft again. All right. Redrafting the 2019 NBA draft.
You have the first pick.
All right. Oh, shit.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Obviously, you guys know why we're doing this.
Which
We
one we
don't
got?
gotta. We don't gotta speak.
All
about
right.
it.
With the first pick in the 2019 NBA redraft, I'm taking Ja the Thug Morant.
All right, bro.
Brother man, brother man.
He fucking
No.
he did it to himself.
Yo,
All right, Ja didn't do like
He did. He did. He's waving.
Yo.
He's waving firearms.
His boys
that's
are the
crazy
police.
to say, though.
if I'm being
All right.
honest, I don't think he should get
He
suspended.
should
in
get
any
suspended.
way.
He should get suspended.
He should get suspended.
The first time I
okay,
understood,
first
he was
of
in a
all-
nightclub.
First of all,
This time he was in a car. It's not illegal.
if we're gonna compare it to the other acts in the NBA,
No, he's not. He's not.
completely
a thug,
different.
but it's a really bad look.
it was a
but-
bad look, but he didn't do anything wrong, really.
No, he did do something wrong.
But the
Right.
NBA is selling
You
a
are-
product and
that
an
part of it,
image.
yeah, it's a bad image.
terrible
but he-
image. You
but-
were a role model for so
Trunks,
many.
No.
Trunks, if you're a doctor, right, and your fucking hospital sees you waving around a gun, they're gonna fire you on the spot.
I don't think so.
Yes,
I think if
Probably.
you're in a hospital and you do what Miles Bridges did, you're in.
bro. First of all, he
You're in
shouldn't even
jail.
be. He should have no chance in being back in
There's
the
just certain
NBA.
jobs where you just,
That's-
like can't do certain things.
I hate that the NBA doesn't, or any sports for that matter, don't fucking have stricter penalties for shit like domestic violence. But I can't compare this incident to that because I need to talk about this as an isolated incident. Unfortunately, Miles Bridges should never ever see an NBA court again. And the unfortunate truth is he will. And that goes for any player that has ever done any sort of domestic violence in any sport. They should
Oh, Doc
never
Rivers
see the
just
court,
got fired.
as
Hey.
expected.
Oh,
They should never ever see a court field. I don't give a fuck. They should never see it ever
Well,
again. But
Why?
Ja Morant should get suspended
he should get suspended, just because
as a completely different
the
incident. he
NBA
should see a suspension.
it's a kid's game. You know what I mean? Like you're
You
selling a
have an
product
image to
store.
uphold. You have an image to uphold.
You have a
it's
job.
not like he waved a gun on the court. Fuck.
Yeah, but you can't do that on Instagram Live.
Ja Morant might be the first
Wasn't
player
even his
to wanna
Instagram
make
Live.
it out the NBA.
I
into the-
understand,
That
but
was original.
when you already have an incident and then this happens again after you went back and said you went to
Yes.
therapy and whatnot, it
Yo,
just
No, I know.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Anyway.
Young boy did just drop.
anyway, he's on my team.
Okay, all right. Who is the second pick? Is it me or we?
He's really the richest op.
With the second pick, with the second pick, I'm
Don't do it.
taking.
Please don't. Do
Don't fucking
Please
do
don't
it.
do
it,
Don't do it.
Do it, bro.
Can I make my pick?
Go ahead.
With the second pick, I'm taking RJ Barrett.
Oh my
That's
fucking
insane.
god!
Zion can't stay on the court.
Oh my
he can't.
god!
He doesn't play games.
Wild.
He doesn't play.
It's wild.
I don't want him on my
I'm taking Rui
team.
Hachimura over.
He doesn't play. He doesn't play.
Oh my
yeah, but there's still another dude.
Nah,
my
fuck that dude.
god.
I think Zion has more estimated
Oh
wins
my
than
God.
RJ Barrett does.
Who played better in the playoffs? Yeah.
Shut up.
Fuck you, bro.
Chris, go
Fuck
ahead.
all of you.
Chris, go ahead.
With the third pick in the 2019 NBA redraft, I'm taking Zion Williamson.
Wow, what a steal.
That is a steal.
His guy
right
ain't
there.
gonna play.
The Knicks
He
got
has more
The
wins.
Knicks
He's
got
gonna-
Zion.
He's
And
gonna
you
play.
took RJ over Garland?
Who played better in the playoffs?
Oh my
He'll play better in the
fucking God,
playoffs.
He's gonna
bro.
play 25 games, and he's gonna be great for those.
That's
25
fine.
Games.
My guy's gonna play all 82.
And he's gonna
gonna
be-
be
and
solid.
be
And he's gonna be really,
78
really
of them.
solid.
And he's gonna be
average. He's gonna be really solid.
He's gonna be good for 14.
RJ should have went number one.
Oh my god. All right, go ahead.
With the fourth pick in the 2019 redraft, I'm taking Darius Garland.
Good pick.
Hey,
Solid pick.
Good pick. Great value.
Thanks.
With the fifth pick in the 2019 redraft, taking Nicholas Claxton.
Nice.
Nice.
With the sixth pick in the 2019 NBA redraft, I'm taking Tyler Hero.
Nice.
Solid. With the 7th pick. With the 7th pick, I'm taking Cam Johnson.
With the 8th pick, I'm taking Keldon Johnson.
I was listening to who was drafted. I hope I don't say someone that was drafted.
Great.
No one took PJ Washington, right?
Wait. No.
Someone draft Tyler Hero.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Next pick in the draft, I'm going to take Rui Hachimura.
That's crazy.
I don't know
With
who's
the
available.
final pick in the 2019 redraft, I'm taking Jordan Poole.
Solid.
I'm fine with taking
Attaboy.
Rui over Jordan Poole. Guess who's still in the playoffs?
Guys,
We're good.
Batman went
We're
undrafted.
good.
This is a solid draft, honestly.
Mhm.
This is a very solid
Kobe
draft.
White
class.
went undrafted.
Yeah, I mean Brandon Clark is another guy. Yeah,
Daniel Gafford.
Grant Williams, Brandon
Admiral
Clark,
Schofield.
Eric Pascal.
Bol.
Terrence Mann.
Chumo
Another one.
Kiki.
Terrence Mann is another one.
Quindary Weatherspoon.
Ignatus Brazdeikis.
Kyle Guy was in this draft class.
Jalen Hands.
Lord have
Jalen
mercy.
Hands, yeah.
All right.
Wow, Jalen Hands.
Jalen
All right.
Hands.
With the NBA draft lottery tonight, who do you guys want to win the lottery?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit.
Tonight's a big night.
Give me the Spurs.
Yo,
Give me the final
Tonight is-
chapter of Greg
no,
Popovich's
no,
career with Victor Wembanyama.
no. It has to be the Pelicans, the Raptors, the Thunder, the Bulls. It has to be. It has to be.
It doesn't have to be.
No,
'cause
it
there's
has to be.
14 teams.
No, it has
No,
to
it doesn't.
be.
He has a point. There's 14 teams. I think you name 4 teams that probably have the least amount of
I-
odds
I-
to get it.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
I did. The Pelicans, the Raptors,
doesn't
the Thunder.
have
the
So they
Bulls.
don't. That doesn't have to happen.
I'd
They
love
could have
to-
picks 10 to 14.
The Knicks need to get.
I'd love to
fucking
see
pick.
Orlando, man.
The Knicks got to get the draft pick, bro, from the Mavs.
It has to be top 10 protected, right?
One of those teams have to move up. I'm fucking praying,
All right.
please.
What do you guys think?
Not the Bulls.
Fuck the Bulls.
Well, I hope the Bulls get them.
Fuck the balls.
All right, Dean. What do you want?
The Orlando Magic. I think that the Orlando organization has been terrible forever. And they deserve
say it like
Terrible.
organization? You like stress
Organization.
the
It's
eye.
been terrible. So, you know, I think Victor and Paolo, and they have a nice little solid young core, Franz and everything. That'd be a sick team.
Agreed.
You're going to go? Or?
I already did.
Oh, you did? Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Washington Wizards.
Nice.
Just because.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
They actually did a mock yesterday, and they got the number 1 pick.
Imagine a
Surprised
front court of
nobody said-
Porzingis and Wemby.
Surprised nobody said Charlotte.
Nah.
I want Charlotte
I
to
just
draft
said-
GG Jackson.
To feed the family.
That's sick.
I'm surprised he didn't say it because he's a big Lamelo guy.
If the Charlotte Hornets draft GG Jackson, that will feed the streets for years. GG Jackson and LaMelo, they'd be a dynasty. That's where I want to see GG Jackson go.
Yeah. Shout out Mark Williams, man. Nobody's taking your job, bro. You're good.
Yeah, Mark.
Fuck Mark Williams.
All right. Well, anyways, I think that's everything, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's the BallGame
Is
podcast.
that your ball game?
Tonight, game 1. So
Oh.
hope everyone's watching that. Game 1 of the Lakers Nuggets series. And
What time is the lottery on? Is that
8.
on? It's on 8. Okay.
thank you so much to our partners over there at Sorare. Appreciate you guys.
Oh, speaking of so rare, quick thing. I made my team for this week, and I didn't trade in many players last week, so I just realized my entire team is out except for one player, and it might be Jamal Murray.
Guy,
It
man.
might be my
Hey!
downfall.
No, whoa.
Most
I have a
underrated
big
player in the league.
Big series.
Was overrated.
This is the series
most
for him to go off. This is the
Underrated.
series for him to
Most
go off.
overrated.
Underrated.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us on all of our socials. And with that,
Ball game,
Ball
ball
game,
game,
that was
ball game,
ball
ball game, 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 ball game.